In this video, I'm be ranking the best cards in NBA 2K22 My Team on a tier list, ranking from S all the way down to D tier. The first card on the tier list is going to be Dark Matter AK-47, and I do think he is going to be in the B tier. He's a pretty good small forward. I don't think he's the best small forward in the game, but he definitely deserves to be in at least B tier. He's going to be a great lockdown defender. He's a small forward, power forward, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, and he's going to be one of the best defensive cards in my team right now. He's got a good jump shot, good speed, pretty good at handling the ball as well, with a 90 ball handle and a 94 speed with ball. Tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges. Surprisingly, on an AK card, actually has some really good Hall of Fame playmaking badges. And then he's got sniper, limitless spot up, corner specialist, and catch and shoot. We look at his jump shot here. He's got base 98, which is really good. Only on quick timing. I would have loved to see his jump shot very quick, but I do think he's still got a pretty good jump shot. And then he's got shifty dribble style and Scottie Pippen behind the back, meaning he can move a little bit on the offensive end. Next card here is going to be Artis Gilmore. I do think he's a pretty good center. He's not he's probably top 5 center in the game, but he's probably at that number 5 spot. He's 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan. He's got an 83 ball, 91 mid-range, but he's mainly going to be a great defensive card, having a 95 block, 92 steal, 98 interior defense. Good at going to the basket, great rebounder, and like I said, he's mainly going to be a defensive center. Looking at the next card here is going to be Ben Simmons. I'm personally not the biggest fan of Ben Simmons. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below. What are your guys' opinions on this Ben Simmons card? Me personally, I'm not really the biggest fan, but I still do believe he deserves to be in at least A tier. He's a 6'11" point guard with a 7-foot wingspan. At the point guard position is absolutely insane, and he's going to play some great defense. Stats are pretty much perfect. Tons of Hall of Fame defensive badges. He's got unpluckable, quick first step, hyper drive, handles for days, bullet passer. We look at the animations. This is kind of where I'm not the biggest fan of him. He does only have his jump shot quick timing, so I feel like his jump shot is a little bit slow, and I don't know why. It's because he's 6'11" tall. He just moves like a slug on the offensive end. So for me, Ben Simmons is an A tier card. Next card on the tier list is going to be Cedric Maxwell. Now this one is very controversial. Not controversial, but I'm going to have him in A tier for now. I feel like he might get moved up to S tier later in the video, but I don't think he's an S tier card, because if you guys do not know, my S tier is going to be my top 5 cards in the game right now. So only 5 cards can go in S tier. But Cedric Maxwell, he's a 6'8" shooting guard, small forward. He's got great defense as well. Good speed, good 3-ball, good driving to the basket. He's got an 86 ball handle, 93 speed with ball. He's got Hall of Fame pogo stick, pick dodger, clamps, ball stripper, intimidator, and he's also got gold rebound chaser, rim protector, and interceptor. The best thing about Cedric Maxwell though is when we look at the animations, he's got base 3 jump shot, which is probably the second fastest jump shot in the game, and he's got that on very quick release timing. He's got quick dribble style, and he's got the Kobe Bryant size up escape package, which is really good. The next card on the tier list is going to be Dark Matter Blake Griffin. I'm gonna throw him in B tier for now. I do think he's one of the best power forwards in the game. Bob Nedelecki, I'm gonna throw him in A tier. Like I said, him and Cedric might get moved up to S tier. We're just gonna wait and see if they are top 5 cards in the game. Obviously, I think Cedric's the best shooting guard, and I think Bob Nedelecki is the second best small forward. He's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. Looking at his stats, he doesn't look to be the best card in the game, or you look at his badges, he doesn't look to be incredible. But the best thing about Bob Nedelecki is he's got set shot 25, the fastest jump shot in the game, with Steph Curry upper on very quick release timing. Pretty much makes it one of the best jump shots in the game, and he's got quick dribble style for the power forward position. So overall, Bob Nedelecki is easily an A tier card. Our first S tier card is going to be the Dark Matter Michael Jordan. We don't really need to look at Michael Jordan too much. I think we all know why. He is one of the best, if not the best card in my team. He's 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He's going to move really good on the offensive end, because shorter guards move way better this year than they do last year. Looking at stats, pretty much perfect stats on offense and on defense. Has tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges, tons of good Hall of Fame offensive badges. Michael Jordan's got a great jump shot on very quick release timing. He's even got the normal leaner. He's got the quick dribble style. He's got some of the best sigs in the game, like the Trae Young size escape package, and he's got the Kyrie Irving size up as well. So he's got some of the best sigs in the game. It's Michael Jordan. He's going to move amazing on the offensive end. Dino Raja, probably our first C tier card. Now on this tier list, even D tier is still a pretty good card, but C tier is still a super elite card. You guys gotta remember, these are the best cards in the game. So C tier is not saying the card's bad at all. It's different than other tier lists. This means C tier still means he's a very good power forward, and Dino Raja 6'11" with a 7'11" wingspan, and the card is amazing mainly due to his wingspan, so I do think he deserves to be in at least C tier. Next card is going to be Shaquille O'Neal. He is the first invincible in my team, so he is definitely a top 5 card in the game. It's not even close. He's 7'1" with a 7'7" wingspan, and he can play the power forward position. We look at his stats here, pretty much everything is 99, and he's got 65 Hall of Fame badges, has every defensive Hall of Fame badge, has almost every shooting badge on Hall of Fame, almost every finishing badge on Hall of Fame. This card is pretty much perfect, and they give Shaq the quick dribble style, meaning he can move a little bit on the offensive end, and he did get his jump shot on very quick release timing. Still not a great jump shot, but it is definitely greenable, so you cannot leave the Shaq card wide open, and obviously he's going to be a monster on the defensive end. Next card is going to be Draymond Green. I do think he's probably an A tier card. I do think right now he's the second best small forward in the game, and he's the best lock in the game overall. He's a power forward, small forward, 6'11" with a 7'1" wingspan. Like I said, he's easily the best lock in the game. 97 block, 97 steal, 97 perimeter, and 97 interior defense. And he has 19 out of 20 Hall of Fame defensive badges. He's got Hall of Fame quick first step, bullet passer, dimer. He's got catch and shoot, corner specialist, sniper. Really good stats overall, and a pretty good jump shot and very quick release timing. And he does have the quick dribble style, making Draymond Green the best lock in the game. Next card is going to be David Robinson. I like D-Rob a lot, but I do think he's better than a guy like Artis Gilmore, but I don't think he deserves to be an A tier anymore. He's still a very good center though. Next card is going to be Julius Irving. I think he's another B tier card. He's a very solid shooting guard. Julius Irving is very similar to a guy like Paul George. Next card on the list though is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I'm going to throw him probably in B tier and then put AK up to, because yeah, I think AK and Draymond are better than Giannis at this point in the year. You guys can disagree with me if you want. Looking at Giannis though, we all know really what Giannis can do on the court. He's going to be an amazing defender, 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan. I mean, like, this card's amazing on the defensive end. I just feel like he lacks a little bit on the offensive end. So for me at the small forward position, I like Draymond and AK over a guy like Giannis. Next card on the list is going to be Luka Doncic. On next gen, at least, if you're on current gen, Luka's A tier. If you're on next gen, Luka definitely deserves to be an S tier, because I think on next gen he is the best card in the game. He is 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan. He's got a 95 3 ball, 94 mid range. Pretty good defense for a Luka Doncic card. He's got 95 ball handle, 95 speed with ball, tons of Hall of Fame shooting badges, but the main reason why Luka is really good is because of his jump shot on very quick release timing. If you guys do not know, it is pretty much the only uncontestable jump shot in the game on next gen. You literally cannot contest his jump shot. If you guys have ever played against Luka Doncic, or you have Luka Doncic and you play on next gen, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But Luka Doncic definitely deserves to be in S tier. Josh Giddy, I'm going to throw him in C tier. Like I said, still a very good point guard. He was a level 40, still one of the best point guards in the game, and you could argue he deserves to be a top 5 point guard in the game, but I don't think he's going to be higher than C tier. Next card on the tier list is going to be Yao Ming. I think he is another S tier card because of the fact that he is the best center in my team on current gen and on next gen. He's 7'6" with a 7'9" wingspan, with a 93 3 ball and a 93 mid range. I mean, like, you look at that on a Yao Ming card, having a 93 3 ball, having Hall of Fame blinders, catch and shoot, corner specialist, limitless spot, advanced sniper, pretty much makes Yao Ming one of the best cards in the game. He's got 97 block as well, 95 interior, and it's Yao Ming. We all know what he's going to do. He's going to be a great defender. He's going to snag rebounds, and he's going to mash on the offensive end. But now that he has the 3 ball, and he has a really good jump shot, this jump shot on next gen at least is a very good jump shot in the pick and pop. So he's going to be a super deadly force on the offensive end because you have to guard him on the inside, but now he can pop to the 3-point line, and he's got a great jump shot and a 93 3 ball. Next card on the tier list is going to be Dark Matter James Harden. Now, yes, these are my opinions and this is my tier list, so I do think James Harden is an A tier card. I do think he's the 3rd best point guard behind Luka Doncic and Michael Jordan. That's for me specifically. I know a lot of people like Ben Simmons over him, or maybe even a guy like Zach Levine, but for me, I do think this James Harden card is the 3rd best point guard in the game and deserves to be an A tier. He's 6'5" with a 6'10" wingspan. He's got 96 3 ball, 94 mid-range, 95 speed, 95 acceleration. Only flaws with this card is going to be the 70 block. Not the biggest fan of him only having a 70 block, but has tons of Hall of Fame playmaking badges, tons of Hall of Fame shooting badges. He's got 96 ball handle, 95 speed with ball. The only thing that messed up with this card, really good, they gave him his jump shot on very quick release timing, which is an amazing jump shot. I will say shifty dribble style, not the biggest fan of, and they changed his behind the back to Scottie Pippen behind the back. I like James Harden's old behind the back better than his new one, so I think they made this Harden card a little bit worse than they could have. They definitely could have made this Harden card one of the best point guards in the game, but I still think, in my opinion, he is. Next two cards on the tier list are going to be Jack Sigma, and they're going to be Jermaine O'Neill. These three guys, Dino Raja, Jack Sigma, and Jermaine O'Neill, are so similar, and I think they're all around the same level. You could say Jermaine's the best out of the three, you could say Jack Sigma's the best out of the three, or you could obviously say Dino's the best out of the three. So I'm just going to put them on the same tier list because I think they're all around the same spot. Me personally, I would have Jermaine O'Neill the best out of the three, so maybe I'll do that. I'll throw Jermaine O'Neill in B tier, but those three guys are very similar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I think he's going to be an A tier card because the fact that I think he's the third best center in my team, and the second best center is going to be Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps, Kareem, very similar cards. It really just depends what you want out of your center. Kevin Durant, another A tier card, not S tier. There is a lot of A tier cards, obviously. So many great cards in my team. Kevin Durant, super good offensive card, and he can still play some pretty good defense, and in my opinion, the best small forward in the game. Zach Levine, I think, is going to be B tier. I think, like I said, some people have him over James Harden, but for me personally, I like Harden a little bit more than a guy like Zach Levine. So I'm gonna throw Levine in B tier. Quickly looking at his stats though, he is 6'5" point guard, 6'8" wingspan. He's got 95 3 ball, 94 mid-range, 96 speed, 96 acceleration, really good defense as well, 98 driving dunk, 93 ball handle, 94 speed with ball. He's got a Hall of Fame quick first step, quick chain, hyper drive, handles for days. He's got a pretty good jump shot on very quick release timing. He's got quick dribble style, and he's got Scottie Pippen behind the back. I do think Zach Levine is a very good point guard and easily deserves to be in B tier. Chris Mullin, I think he's going to be B tier as well. I don't think he's on the level of like Cedric Maxwell, Draymond, Kristaps, Kevin Durant, but he is definitely very close and probably one of the best cards in B tier. Next card is going to be Paul George. I think he's very similar like Dr. J. Like I said earlier, these two cards are pretty much the same. And last card on the tier list is going to be Zion Williamson, who I think's probably an A tier card, but you could definitely argue he deserves to probably be in B tier. But I'm gonna throw him in A tier for now. And then now we have to move one guy up from A tier, and we have to move them up into S tier. And we don't have a shooting guard, but I'm gonna go Bob Nedelecki. I think Bob Nedelecki, he's easily been the best power forward in the game since he came out, and the only guy that's better than him now at power forward is Shaquille O'Neal. So I do think Bob Nedelecki is an S tier card. And if I had to rank him, I'd probably do something like this. Probably something like this. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my tier list, and let me know obviously what you guys would change about it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.